the most meaningful thing to me will be Voltaire, as we turn those components on throughout the year, to see thousands and thousands of people, eventually tens of thousands, eventually hundreds of thousands of people having productive debates, talking about things, sometimes very specific things, sometimes philosophical things, and then for us to be able to utilize that system to continue working on the system. That's the ultimate mission accomplished, because it means I could conceivably spend the rest of my life working on Cardano. And we can conceivably, as an organization, spend hundreds of millions, eventually billions of dollars of capital to build something for the entire world and never pursue a patent, never pursue proprietary software, not have to build in a predatory business model where I get to know all your data and sell it to God knows who, not spy on you. Rather, I can do something pure and still maintain a large company and employ hundreds, eventually thousands, eventually tens of thousands of people. This is something that's just so exciting. And this year, those foundations will be laid, and we'll actually have a chance to go and pursue that. And if we succeed, then others will try to copy and emulate that, because when people see money, they chase it too. So we're not saying be altruistic. We're saying greed is now aligned with human progress. Greed is now aligned in a way that will actually make the world better. I often say about alternative energy, the minute that you get solar and wind to be cheaper than coal, you don't really have to make the argument that this is the good, environmentally friendly thing to do. People will make policy decisions and say, why the hell am I building a more expensive thing? I'm going to build the less expensive thing. So greed will compel people to actually move in that direction, and that direction happens to be the right direction, the direction for the world. And similarly, this is what we're chasing, to create incentives and momentum and feedback loops towards a system where the most profit is made by decentralization, not centralization. If we achieve this, then it's game over for the legacy world. It's game over for all these governments. It's game over for all these people. You're basically telling people, don't make money. How's that work for the war on drugs? How's that work for anything? If there is a profit to be made, millions of people will chase it. And it's really morally hard to fight the things that we're trying to do. Putting you in control of your identity, putting you in control of your data, putting you in control of your privacy, putting you in control of your money, putting you in control of your vote, putting you in control of your property rights. Who doesn't want to live in a world where they have the option to own these things, and when they give these things to someone else, they give it with terms and conditions, and they can revoke that person's control and access? We live in an age where the minute a crisis happens, people try to take all your power from you. Recently in Hungary, for example, they've given emergency powers to the leader. And now if you apparently criticize the government, you can spend years in jail. If you violate quarantine, 8 years in jail. And now they have a dictator for at least this time period. Why do we want to live in a world where this happens? Because crises can be manufactured. We want to live in a world where our principles and our rights are protected, regardless of the ephemeral events of the time, whether it be a depression, a plague, or a war. There are some absolutes you cannot violate, and human beings cannot be trusted to enforce them. You have to trust things beyond humans. In the absence of having a God, we need something else. And in this case, it's code. That's what this movement's basically all about.